Imagine standing on a stage in front of thousands of people. The spotlight is blinding. Your heart is racing. Everyone is waiting to hear what you'll say. And in that silence, you whisper the one piece of advice that has been repeated for decades. Follow your passion. The crowd erupts in applause, the music swells, and the moment feels magical. But then reality hits. You step off that stage, passion burning inside you, only to realize that passion alone doesn't pay rent, it doesn't guarantee success, and it doesn't solve the endless struggle of building a career worth living. This is the brutal truth that so many people discover too late. Passion by itself is fragile. Passion is a spark, but without fuel, without mastery, it dies out. Cal Newport, in his groundbreaking book, So Good They Can't Ignore You, challenges this myth that has dominated motivational speeches and career advice for decades. He says, don't follow your passion, build your passion. And the way to build it? By becoming so damn good at what you do that the world cannot afford to look away. Let me give you a story. Steve Martin, one of the greatest comedians in history, once shared the secret behind his success. People asked him, how do you make it in showbiz? How do you break through the noise? And his answer was simple, almost annoyingly simple. Be so good they can't ignore you. That was it. No magic formula. No overnight hack. Just relentless dedication to mastering the craft. Steve Martin didn't chase passion. He chased excellence. And through excellence, passion found him. Now, here's where it gets interesting. Newport introduces us to two mindsets, and which one you choose determines everything about your future. The first is the passion mindset. This is the mindset most people live by. It whispers questions like, what do I really love? What job will make me happy? How do I find my perfect calling? It sounds nice, but here's the danger. It makes you constantly judge your current situation against some fantasy job that may not even exist. You become restless, impatient, and stuck in a cycle of chasing and quitting. The second is the craftsman mindset. This mindset doesn't ask, what is the world giving me? It asks, what am I giving to the world? Instead of obsessing over finding the perfect job, the craftsman mindset focuses on building rare and valuable skills. Skills so unique, so powerful, that they become your currency. Skills that turn you into someone the world needs, someone the world rewards. Think about it. Who gets paid the most, admired the most, and remembered the most? It's the people who have achieved mastery. Athletes who practice for decades. Musicians who play until their fingers bleed. Entrepreneurs who fail 100 times but keep sharpening their strategy. These people didn't wake up with passion fully formed. They earned it brick by brick, hour by hour, until their work became so good it was impossible to ignore. And here's the liberating part. You don't need to know your passion to begin. In fact, waiting for passion might be the very thing holding you back. The truth is, most people discover their passion after they've developed mastery, not before. A writer falls in love with writing not on day one, but after years of refining the craft and realizing their words can move hearts. A surgeon doesn't feel passion the first time they hold a scalpel. It comes after countless hours of training, when they realize their skill can save lives. Passion is a reward of effort, not the starting line. So, the real question is not, what am I passionate about? The real question is, what can I get so good that passion will have no choice but to follow? And that's where Cal Newport's philosophy hits you like a thunderbolt. If you stop chasing passion and instead commit to mastery, everything changes. Suddenly, your future isn't about luck. It's not about waiting for inspiration. It's about deliberate practice, daily discipline, and becoming undeniable in your field. Picture this. You wake up every day knowing that every ounce of effort you invest is making you harder to ignore. Every project, every skill you sharpen, every hour of focus is stacking bricks that build your fortress of career capital. And when you have that capital, doors fly open. Autonomy, impact, creativity, freedom. These aren't gifts handed to you because you followed passion. They're rewards you earn by being excellent. This is a foundation of everything Newport teaches. Passion is not the beginning. Skill is. Mastery is. If you want to live a life that excites you, You must first commit to being extraordinary at something. That's the truth most people don't want to hear, but it's also the truth that will set you free. So here's where our journey begins. Forget the empty cliche of follow your passion. Instead, take Steve Martin's advice to heart. Be so good they can't ignore you. That single mindset shift can change your entire destiny. And in the next chapters of this journey, we're going to uncover exactly how to make it happen. Picture this. A young guitarist picks up his instrument for the first time. He strums a few messy notes, fumbles with the strings, and sighs. If you ask him in that moment, do you feel passionate about guitar? The honest answer might be no. In fact, he may feel clumsy, frustrated, even embarrassed. But now imagine the same guitarist after 10 years of dedicated practice. His fingers move effortlessly. The crowd cheers as he performs, and the music feels like it's flowing through his soul. Passion didn't appear at the start. Passion grew because he built skill. This is a craftsman mindset in action, and it's the complete opposite of what most people believe. Cal Newport defines a craftsman mindset as a radical shift in how you approach work and life. Instead of asking, "What does this job offer me?" you ask, "How can I become so skilled at this that opportunities will chase me?" It's about focusing on value, excellence, and deliberate improvement, not daydreaming about the perfect role. When you adopt this mindset, you stop chasing, you start creating, and slowly, you build what Newport calls career capital. Rare and valuable skills that buy you freedom, impact, and fulfillment. Now, let's contrast this with the passion mindset. This mindset is seductive. It tells you, just follow what you love and everything will fall into place. It makes you constantly judge your work against some imaginary dream job. You end up feeling unsatisfied, restless, and even entitled. You keep thinking, this isn't my passion. Maybe my dream is somewhere else. So you switch jobs, start new projects, and endlessly search, but never stay long enough to build mastery. The result? You become stuck in a loop of dissatisfaction. But the craftsman mindset frees you from that trap. It shifts your focus away from what you're getting and puts it on what you're giving. It asks, how can I get so good at this that no one can ignore me? How can I sharpen my craft to the point where the world has no choice but to reward me? It's not glamorous at first. It requires discipline. It requires patience. But here's the reward. As your skill grows, so does your passion. And with that comes autonomy, creativity, and the chance to live a remarkable life. Think about the world's top performers. Serena Williams didn't fall in love with tennis on day one. She spent countless mornings on the court, sweating under the sun, repeating drills that most of us would find boring. J.K. Rowling didn't find passion in writing by simply daydreaming about stories. She wrote, revised, and pushed through rejections until her craft was undeniable. Elon Musk didn't wake up with passion for rockets fully formed. He obsessed over the details, studied relentlessly, and built skills that allowed him to reimagine entire industries. Each of these people embodies the craftsman mindset. They weren't asking, what job will make me happy right now? They were asking, how can I become world-class at this? And because they focus on value creation, passion eventually chased them down. Here's the beauty of this mindset. It's available to everyone, no matter where you are right now. You don't need to wait for a perfect idea, a dream company, or a lightning bolt of passion. You can start where you are with the tools you have. The craftsman mindset is about building step by step, day by day. Every hour of focused practice, every challenge you embrace, every mistake you learn from is a deposit into your bank of career capital. And the bigger your balance, the more leverage you have to design your future. Let's make it real. Imagine two young people starting out in the same company. The first person has a passion mindset. They're constantly thinking, is this really my calling? Maybe I should leave. Maybe I'd be happier somewhere else. Their energy is scattered, their focus is weak, and their progress is slow. The second person has the craftsman mindset. They show up every day, not worrying about whether it's their passion yet, but focusing instead on getting just a little better at their work. Over time, this person becomes a go-to expert, the problem solver, the one who gets noticed. They earn trust, promotions, and freedom. Passion finds them, because they built themselves into someone worth rewarding. And this is where Cal Newport drops the bomb. Passion is overrated. Mastery is underrated. If you want to fall in love with your work, don't search for passion like a treasure map. Instead, choose a craft, commit to it, and become excellent. Passion will grow naturally when you realize that your skills give you power. The power to make an impact. The power to choose your path. The power to live life on your own terms. So ask yourself right now, are you waiting for passion or are you building it? Are you chasing the fantasy of a perfect job? Or are you showing up with a craftsman mindset, determined to get so good that no one can look away? Because in the end, your life will be shaped not by what you were passionate about at the start, but by what you became exceptional at along the way. And that, my friend, is where true fulfillment begins. Picture this. You walk into a room filled with people. Everyone's talking, everyone's hustling, but one person stands out. Not because they're the loudest, not because they're the most confident, but because they're the one everyone needs. They have the rare knowledge, the skill no one else can match, the expertise that solves problems no one else can solve. Suddenly, they're the most valuable person in the room. That invisible currency they carry, that's what Cal Newport calls career capital. Career capital is a collection of rare and valuable skills you build over time. It's like money in the bank, but instead of cash, it's stored in mastery. And just like money, the more of it you have, the more freedom you get. The freedom to choose meaningful projects. The freedom to say no to things that drain you. The freedom to build a career and the life you've always wanted. Now, here's the kicker. Most people don't think this way. They think the goal is to find passion and jump into it immediately. But without career capital, passion doesn't have legs. Imagine someone who loves photography but hasn't put in the years to master lighting, editing, or storytelling. They may post pretty pictures online, but they won't be able to turn that into a sustainable career. Why? Because passion without career capital is like trying to buy a mansion with pocket change. On the flip side, think about a skilled surgeon. It takes years of training, sleepless nights, and endless practice. By the time they've mastered their craft, they hold enormous career capital. That capital gives them leverage, the ability to choose where they work, how they work, and the kind of impact they want to make. It's not passion that gave them freedom. It's the capital they earned through skill. Cal Newport uses a simple but powerful rule. The traits that define great work are rare and valuable. Therefore, if you want great work, you need to build rare and valuable skills. It's common sense, but it's also revolutionary. Too many people want the rewards, autonomy, creativity, meaning, without paying the price of building capital. They want the freedom of being their own boss, the thrill of creative control, the joy of doing work that matters. But they don't have anything rare to trade for it. The market doesn't care about passion. It rewards value. Think of career capital as a bargaining chip. Without it, you're stuck taking what you're given. With it, you negotiate from a position of strength. Let's say you want to quit your job and start freelancing. If you haven't built rare skills, you'll struggle to find clients, to earn trust, to command decent rates. But if you've spent years honing a skill, whether it's coding, design, marketing, or storytelling, suddenly people chase you. Clients don't just want you, they need you. That's career capital at work. Here's a real-world example. Consider someone like J.K. Rowling. Before Harry Potter became a global phenomenon, Rowling had already spent years sharpening her writing skills, reworking drafts, and perfecting her craft. Her career capital wasn't luck. It was mastery of storytelling. Or look at someone like Steve Jobs. People think he was successful because he followed his passion for technology. No, he became indispensable because he had unique skills at the intersection of design, engineering, and business. That combination of rare skills gave him the capital to build Apple into what it became. But here's the harsh truth. Building career capital isn't glamorous. It's not about instant wins. It's about deliberate practice. That means pushing yourself beyond comfort zones, working on weaknesses, repeating boring drills, and constantly refining. It's like sharpening a sword. Day after day, strike after strike, until it becomes razor sharp. And once you've built that edge, no one can ignore you. The beauty of career capital is that it compounds. The more you build, the more opportunities come your way. The more opportunities you seize, the faster you grow. Suddenly, you're not the one chasing jobs. Jobs chase you. You're not begging for passion. Passion grows as you realize the power your skills give you. Now, ask yourself, what capital are you building right now? Do you have a skill so rare and valuable that people would fight to work with you? Or are you still chasing passion without leverage? This is a wake-up call Newport delivers. Stop trying to find yourself. Start building yourself. Every time you learn something new, every time you push your abilities, you're adding coins into your bank of career capital. And when that bank is full enough, you can cash it in for the life you've always wanted: autonomy, impact, and meaning. Think about it. Career freedom isn't a gift, it's a purchase. And the currency you need isn't passion, it's capital. Build enough of it, and you hold the keys to unlock a life that others only dream about. So, if there's one lesson to take from this section, it's this: stop chasing empty passion. Start building valuable skills. Because the more capital you have, the more undeniable you become. And once you're undeniable, the world can't ignore you. Close your eyes and imagine this. You wake up on a Monday morning, sunlight streaming through the curtains. But here's the difference. You're not dreading work. You're not rushing to check emails or to sit through another soul-crushing meeting. Instead, you open your laptop, sip your coffee, and dive into projects that actually matter to you. You work when you want, where you want, and how you want. You have freedom. You have control. This is a dream so many of us secretly chase. And here's the truth Cal Newport reveals. Control is one of the ultimate markers of great work. It's the freedom to choose your path, to shape your days, to decide what matters. But here's the catch. You can't demand control out of nowhere. You must earn it. And the way you earn it is with career capital. Think about it like this. Control is expensive. It's like buying a luxury car. You can't just walk into the showroom and demand the keys without paying the price. Similarly, you can't just walk into your boss's office and say, "I want to work remotely. I want flexible hours. I want to choose my projects." Without capital, you'll be laughed out the door. But when you build skills so rare and valuable that the company can't afford to lose you, suddenly you have leverage. Suddenly you're in the driver's seat. Newport warns us of a dangerous trap here. People often try to grab control too early. They quit their jobs with no skills to fall back on. They launch businesses without building expertise. They chase independence without building capital. And almost always, they crash. Why? Because they had no currency to pay for control. Take an example. Imagine a young professional who quits their stable job to become a digital nomad, hoping passion alone will fund their travels. For a few weeks, maybe even months, it feels exciting. But without rare and valuable skills, clients don't line up, money runs out, and reality slams a dream into the ground. Contrast that with someone who has spent years mastering software engineering, design, or marketing. When they decide to go remote, opportunities chase them. Companies beg to keep them, clients pay premium rates, and they can design a lifestyle on their terms. The difference isn't passion, it's career capital. But control isn't just about freedom of location or hours. It's about meaning. It's about working on projects that light you up, collaborating with people you respect, and saying no to toxic situations. Imagine an artist who's mastered their craft so deeply that they can choose which galleries to work with. Or a doctor so skilled that hospitals compete for their time. Or an entrepreneur so sharp that investors fight to back their next idea. That's not luck. That's control purchased through years of skill building. Cal Newport makes another key point. The more control you gain, the more resistance you'll face. The world doesn't like it when you claim autonomy. Employers will resist letting you go remote. Investors may resist giving you freedom. Even friends and family may question your decisions. But if you have career capital, you have proof. You can back up your choices with undeniable value. And eventually, resistance fades because the world needs you more than you need it. Here's a story that captures this perfectly. Consider Derek Sivers, founder of CD Baby. He didn't set out chasing freedom right away. He built a skill set, learned the industry, and created value. Over time, His capital grew so powerful that he was able to sell his company for millions and live life on his own terms. Freedom wasn't a starting point. It was a reward for value creation. But there's a warning here too. Newport says that if you ignore capital and chase control too early, you'll almost always fail. He calls this the control trap. The trap is believing that freedom is a right you can demand at the start. In reality, freedom is a privilege you earn at the end. You must first do the hard, often unglamorous work of becoming excellent. Only then can you unlock the autonomy you dream about. So let's bring this home. You want control? Don't start by demanding it. Start by earning it. Build rare and valuable skills. Stack your career capital. Make yourself indispensable. And then, and only then, you can cash in that capital for freedom. Whether it's remote work, entrepreneurship, creative independence, or simply the ability to say no, control is purchased with excellence. Picture yourself a few years from now. Instead of being stuck in a job you hate, you built undeniable skills. You're respected. You're needed. You walk into negotiations and people listen because they can't afford to lose you. You decide your hours, your projects, your path. That's control. That's power. And it doesn't come from luck or passion. It comes from being so good they can't ignore you. So the lesson here is clear. Don't fall for the illusion of instant freedom. Build your capital. Earn your control. Because once you have it, you will discover the most priceless gift of all, the ability to live life on your own terms. Let me ask you something powerful. What's the point of all this? Why work so hard to build career capital? Why fight for control? Why sharpen your craft until your fingers bleed? The answer is bigger than money, bigger than freedom, bigger even than success. The real reason is mission. Mission is that driving force that takes ordinary work and turns it into something extraordinary. It's what makes you feel that your work matters, that it's contributing to something larger than yourself. It's the sense that you're not just clocking in hours, but writing a story with your life. And here's what Cal Newport teaches us. Mission isn't something you magically discover one day. It's not like passion that floats down from the sky and whispers, "This is your calling." Mission is something you build, step by step, on the foundation of mastery. Think of it like climbing a mountain. At the base, everything feels chaotic. You don't know where the trail leads, the view is blocked, and the climb is exhausting. That's what the early stages of your career feel like. But as you climb higher, as you master skills, earn capital, and gain control, the horizon expands. You start to see further. You see patterns, opportunities, and ideas that weren't visible from below. Only then can you identify a mission worth pursuing. This is why mission comes after mastery. If you try to find a mission too early, you'll be like a climber at the bottom of the mountain, guessing where the peak might be without any perspective. But if you build excellence first, your mission reveals itself naturally. Let's take an example. Steve Jobs didn't start Apple with some grand vision to change the world. He started by tinkering, by building, by honing his skills in design and technology. Over time, as his mastery deepened, his mission expanded to make tools so beautifully designed that they empowered human creativity. That mission didn't come first. It came last. Or think of Elon Musk. Early on, he wasn't talking about Mars colonization. He was coding, building PayPal, learning how to run businesses. As his capital grew, so did his control, and once he reached the peak, he could see a bigger mission: sustainable energy with Tesla, space exploration with SpaceX. The mission wasn't the starting point. It was a culmination of skills, control, and vision. So what exactly is a mission? Newport describes it as a unifying goal, a larger purpose that ties your work together. It's the reason people get out of bed with fire in their eyes. But here's the nuance. A mission only becomes possible when you're so good at your craft that you can see where the cutting edge lies. You start noticing opportunities others can't see. You start asking questions no one else is asking. That's when mission is born. Now here's the catch. Pursuing a mission requires courage. Because a true mission often means stepping off the safe path and into uncertainty. It means taking risks, experimenting, and sometimes failing. Newport calls this the law of little bets. Instead of trying to leap into a giant mission all at once, you take small, calculated steps. You test ideas, explore opportunities, and see what sticks. Over time, those little bets snowball into something huge. Think about it. J.K. Rowling didn't set out to write a 7-book global empire. She set out to write one story about a boy wizard. That was her little bet. Each book, each chapter, each page was another bet. Over time, it grew into a mission that touched millions. Or take Google. Larry Page and Sergey Brin didn't start with a mission to organize the world's information. They started with a small bet, a search algorithm that ranked web pages better than anyone else's. That little bet, fueled by mastery, became one of the greatest missions of the digital age. So here's the truth. You don't stumble upon mission. You build it, you earn it, and you refine it with little bets until it becomes unstoppable. Now, let's turn the spotlight back to you. What's your mission? Maybe you don't know yet. That's okay. Maybe you're still at the bottom of the mountain. That's okay too. The key is this. Don't pressure yourself to discover a grand calling before you've built the skills to support it. Focus first on mastery. Focus on career capital. Focus on getting so good they can't ignore you. Because when you do, your mission will find you. And when it does, you'll be ready to chase it with everything you've got. Imagine waking up one day and realizing that your work isn't just work. It's a calling. That every skill you built, every hour you've invested, every challenge you've conquered has led to this mission that excites you, inspires you, and drives you. That's the magic Newport is pointing toward. Mission is the final reward for doing the hard work of mastery. So the lesson here? Don't stress about finding your mission today. Stress about getting excellent. Build your foundation. And when the time comes, your mission will shine so brightly that you won't be able to ignore it. And neither will the world. Take a deep breath. We've walked a long road together, from the illusion of follow your passion to the reality of building mastery, from the traps of chasing freedom too soon to the power of stacking career capital, from the grind of deliberate practice to the reward of autonomy and mission. And now here we are at the summit. So let's ask the ultimate question. What does it mean to live a remarkable life? It doesn't mean chasing a fantasy job that checks every box from day one. It doesn't mean waiting for inspiration to strike like lightning. It doesn't even mean waking up every morning obsessed with your passion. The truth is much simpler and much harder. To live a remarkable life, you must earn it. You must get so good that the world cannot ignore you. Think of all the stories we've explored. Steve Martin didn't succeed because he chased passion. He succeeded because he worked relentlessly on his craft until audiences had no choice but to notice. Elon Musk didn't become iconic because he dreamed about Mars as a child. He earned that mission by stacking skills, building companies, and mastering industries. J.K. Rowling didn't write one of the greatest stories of our time by waiting for passion. She wrote, failed, and rewrote until her words became undeniable. These people didn't follow passion. They built it, and so can you. Let's zoom out. What does this mean for you? Sitting right here, listening to these words. It means you no longer need to feel anxious if you don't know your true calling. You no longer need to feel lost if you haven't found your passion. Because now you know the truth. Passion is not the starting line. Passion is the finish line. The starting line is skill. The starting line is mastery. The starting line is choosing to embrace the craftsman mindset day after day until you build so much career capital that doors begin to fly open. And here's the beauty. This path is open to anyone. You don't need luck. You don't need privilege. You don't even need to know your ultimate mission right now. All you need is the willingness to put in the work, to show up when others quit, to focus when others scroll, to practice when others complain. Each of those choices is a deposit into your account of capital. Each of those deposits brings you closer to freedom, control, and purpose. Now, let's imagine your future. Picture yourself 5 years from now. You've chosen a craft and committed to it. You've worked, practiced, and grown. Your skills are sharper, your reputation stronger, your opportunities bigger. People seek you out. They pay for your expertise. You control your time, your projects, your path. And perhaps most importantly, you've found a mission, something larger than yourself, a reason that makes you leap out of bed with fire in your chest. That future is not fantasy. It's not reserved for the elite. It's the natural outcome of living this philosophy. Get so good they can't ignore you. And here's the challenge, you must start now. Not tomorrow, not someday. Now. Because every day you wait, you fall deeper into the trap of chasing passion instead of building it. Every day you delay, you hand over control of your life to chance instead of earning the right to design it. So here's your call to action. Pick something. Commit. Embrace the craftsman mindset. Start building career capital today. Sharpen your skills until they shine. And when the world tries to overlook you, when the noise of mediocrity drowns out everyone else, you'll stand tall, undeniable, unstoppable, unignorable. And in that moment, you'll discover the greatest irony of all. You didn't follow passion. Passion followed you. So let this be your mantra, the voice that echoes in your mind when the work feels boring, when the grind feels heavy, when the world tells you to give up. Be so good they can't ignore you. Because when you live by those words, your career, your freedom, your mission, and your life will never be the same again.